So what do you do here at the Gazette?
I am the Insights editor, and also I write a column twice a week, so I guess I'm Insights editor slash columnist.
And what do you like about those things?
I enjoy writing, enjoy talking to people, enjoy delving into subjects and learning along with the readers, and it's also I guess I also enjoy deciding what's going to go in the Insights section and editing guest columns and getting letters from a diverse array of people and all the interactions that sort of go with that.
And as a Insights editor, what's something do you think people think about opinion or the Insights part of a paper that is a common misconception that you'd like to clear up?
Well, we live in times where people are fairly divided politically, and it seems like we are getting a lot more letters from folks who are on sort of the left side of the spectrum right now that are upset about the president. They're upset about state government here, which is controlled by Republicans on the right. And so I often hear from readers who say, you're selecting liberal letters and not running conservative ones, when in fact we're just getting a lot more liberal letters than conservative letters. And we try to run as many letters as possible from both sides, but when the volume is different, then that's going to come out in the section. It's going to come out in the letters. There's going to be more liberal letters.
And how do you keep that balanced? How do you is it like a mere count thing, or how do you
Well, with letters it's difficult because we can only run what we receive. We try to keep balance with other forms of content in the section. We run a lot of conservative syndicated columnists. We run guest columns routinely from Republican office holders, Chuck Grassley, Kim Reynolds, Paul Pate, who's Secretary of State. So we try to mix perspectives, but like I say, with letters it's difficult to control. And guest columns often are submitted from community groups and a lot of times, and local people, and a lot of times they're about local issues, not political issues. So we like to have a mix of politics and local issues, folks from the right, folks from the left.
How do you deal with the national, I feel like sometimes the cloud of national, like what somebody might have seen on MSNBC or Fox News or either side of the spectrum, then they come and see something radically different in the opinion section and they feel like that means you're biased or something. How do you deal with that?
I mean, I get a sense that a lot of folks, see cable news as a problem, and their anger over what they see on cable news sometimes carries over to what their criticisms of what we run. And I try to explain to them that we're not CNN, we're not Fox. So we try to run, our preference is for community opinions on local issues, state issues. I personally, as a columnist, don't write a lot about national issues. I mostly write about state and local stuff. That's where my expertise is, and I think that's generally the focus of our section. We don't, we're not looking to solve all of the national political battles and weigh in on everything that the president says or everything that his critics say.
And you've had a long time column, 24-hour Dorman. I don't know if it's called. Is it still called that?
Yeah, that was the name of the blog, and I guess that's sort of hung on.
What do you feel like somebody coming to that blog should look for?
Well, like I say, I think you're going to find some perspectives on state issues. I covered the legislature for 10 years before I came here, so I have some expertise and interest in that area and know how the process works and know how the politics operates. And also a lot of the local issues. I mean, I like to follow the Cedar Rapids City Council and those and Marion, where I actually live, and the issues that are in those communities that are stirring controversy, conversation, or just things that are interesting.
What do you do when you're not, stirring controversy?
Wow. Well, I've got two teenage daughters who. One is going to be a senior and one's going to be a freshman. They're involved in, softball and show choir and cross country and marching band and all sorts of things. So I'm told that my weekends from now through early October are booked. And so that's probably how I'll be spending my time, is going to cross country meets, marching band contests, Hawkeye football games when I can fit them in. And it's that time in my family's life, where their spare time is filled up pretty quickly.
And where can people find you if they want to find you on Twitter or email? Well,
on Twitter I'm at T Dorman, and my email is todd.dorman@thegazette.com, and they can always call me here in the office at 319-398-8262.